I want to welcome all of you here, and I know for the residents you thought this day would never come, but it's here, and I'm very excited to welcome you. And just to give you just a little bit of layout, you all have the program here, which has our speakers. And then afterwards, I hope you can all join us for a ribbon cutting. We'll be right out in the front. And then two of our residents have opened their homes so that those of you who have not seen a new renovated Aqua apartment home, you can go up to 212 and 213. They'll have balloons, and you can take the elevator or there's steps right over here. So we'd love to have you go and see one of their homes. And then we have a lunch featuring Spanish and Cuban cuisine catered by Pipos, and that's for everybody here who wants to stay and join us. And we are just so excited that everybody could be here today. And I just thought I'd take a minute for those of you who aren't familiar with the history of this building. It was the vision of the board of directors of the Classroom Teachers Association in 1970. They decided to purchase 4 acres here on the Hillsborough River and build a 16-story, 197-unit high-rise to house retired teachers. And we still do have some retired teachers here today. And they did a fantastic job of placing this building and building this building. And we were fortunate enough 42 years later to acquire it from the Classroom Teachers Association and renovate it, which I just again want to thank the residents because they lasted through 13 months of renovation. We kept the building at 90% occupancy, and we felt like this was the best way that everyone could still stay near their home, and in 30 days they would be into their new home. So now what do we have today? Well, we have basically a brand new building. We replaced everything except for the concrete structure. So every pipe in this building has been replaced, as you probably have remembered, as well as all the mechanical systems. And then we tried to upgrade for green items such as LED lighting, and we did the flapperless toilets, so your toilets will never leak. And we really tried to take this building into this century and then take it for 50 years of another period of affordability. So we're really excited about that. For when you go to see an apartment home, if you haven't been in it, you're going to get to see they have granite kitchens and granite countertops, subway tile. We took a poll of our residents, and we all had tubs here before, and they said, hey, we'd rather have showers. So guess what? 100% showers now with grab bars and fully accessible. And so we've really been excited about creating a new home, and the kitchen is awesome with GE stainless steel appliances and over-the-range microwaves. So I think you'll see a lot of the great features. Another thing we tried to do was all the community space was redone. The Classroom Teachers Association had their offices here, so they had approximately 8,000 to 10,000 square feet that they used in this building. But they then moved to their new home, so we got it all and created a fitness center, computer lab, arts and crafts center, a yoga room, a office for the visiting doctors for our wellness programs. So now we have lots more space for our residents to enjoy, and then you can go outside and take our walking path around. You're going to see bocce ball court, a gardening area over here. We've got a picnic deck there, lots of walkways, lots of seating areas. So you can be social, or you can be alone and read a book, and it's all here. Rocking chairs right out behind you. Lots of places to now enjoy the beautiful riverfront that we have here for the Hillsborough River. Another thing that I would like to point out is the jobs that were created. This was a 13-month construction period, and I think another important part about what we do as affordable housing providers is that on these major constructions, this one was about $12.5 million total cost, that we created over 400 construction jobs with 65 subcontractors, all from the local area. And that is a really important part of the economic generator that affordable housing can do. And I would love to go through and thank every person that was involved that's here in this room today, and then that would make me want to tell a story about them. So I don't want to take up that much time because everybody is standing in the back. So I just want to recognize our team. And first, I think the important part of achieving the success of what you see here at Aqua today is the team that I have at Sage Partners, which I'm glad they're all over here so I can find them. So first, I wanted to introduce you to Todd Turner. He is my business partner and now my partner in life, so it's a big year. I know, yeah. Yeah, when I disappeared in April, we got married. So, But Todd has been overseeing all the construction, as well as he works with our financial institutions and lenders on all the numbers, the draws, and does an amazing job. And what you see here is obviously a result of his work. And then I also want to introduce you to Gary Welch. Gary Welch and I have been together, working together, and as partners since 1987. So we have a long, long history. And I just got to tell you, when you look at the fine-tuned details here, from the color, from the name Aqua, to all of the special features that you'll see inside and outside, is really Gary. And I totally respect everything he does. And I remember the last thing we were doing was a week ago, Macy's had a sale on rugs. And Gary said 60% off, and friends and family another 25% off. I'm like, you're talking my language. And we picked out these awesome rugs that look wonderful. But he is just a wonderful person to work with, and I feel so privileged to be your partner. So Sage Partners, the good news is we only have 5 people, so I'll introduce you to our other 2 very important people in our team, and that is Karen Klopacki. And Karen, you see Karen here every day, and she is on the ground, and she's overall responsible for our asset management of our portfolio, and obviously Aqua is her baby, and she's also our chief financial officer. So Karen and I have been working together since 2004, and a lot of what you see today is because of Karen's hard work, including decorating these awesome Christmas trees. And finally, Pam Montoya, Pam who's in Aqua, and I love, obviously she matches today. And Pam and I have been working together also since 1987, and I think she reads my mind. I call her my right and left hand, and does everything in between, and she is just wonderful. And I will tell you that I knew when, she's emailing me and texting me at midnight last night, she's still thinking about what we're doing this morning and how this all came together. So Pam, I just want to thank you for everything you do. And there's one more person I'll mention by name, and then I'll just go through our team members. But Harry Hedges, and I know he's here. There he is, Harry Hedges. I have to say a special thank you to Harry Hedges, because you knocked on the door of CTA, and you got the door open so that we could acquire this building. So a special thank you to you, Harry. So now I just want to recognize the rest of what I call our team members that made this happen, and then you're going to hear from what I call our public and private partners from the financing side. But first, Hennessy Construction, they did a fantastic job along with Mesh Architecture. They were our architect. Sturch Designs did our landscape architect. We had, where are you? There you are. There he is, Tom Sturch. Thank you so much. Mid-Florida Tree Services, Tom Connie came and made sure that these trees were perfect and protected. Signature Signs, Empire Office, Cindy, she moved. Think about this, 197 moves times 2. She did it, and it was fantastic. And packed everyone's boxes, including their refrigerator. We have Royal American Management here today. They manage all of our portfolio and do a fantastic job of taking care of our residents. We also have some representatives here from our CPA firm, Cohen Resnick. They came down from Atlanta, and I was so happy to show off Aqua, as well as Stearns Weaver. And we have done, I've done 44 affordable housing communities, and Stearns Weaver has worked on 39 of those. So that's a long-term relationship. And then also want to welcome and thank Mark Hendrickson with the Hendrickson Company, because he's done most of those deals with us as a consultant. But the key here is when you do affordable housing, you have to bring lots and lots of people together so that we can do what we do here at Aqua. And the first part, they call this public-private partnership, and the public side starts with the city of Tampa. And I can tell you, I have worked with the city of Tampa, and now I am so honored to work with Mayor Bob Buckhorn on developing inside the city. And the things and the changes that he has made since he took over as mayor, we can tell you they work. I mean, I know John Barrios is here and Tom Snelling, and we can tell you from the time we went in to pull a permit, and we got expedited permitting, and the team, it was seamless. And so I always say that we'll be your #1 reference. And now I want to have you all welcome Mayor Bob Buckhorn, which I had a hard time getting him up here because he wants to say hi to everybody.
Feliz Navidad. It is, this is like coming home for me. I have been to this building, when I think about it, Mercy, over the last 25 years or so that you've allowed me to serve, probably dozens of times when it was the old CTA building. How many of you were here, I think it was 1992, when we brought then Governor of Arkansas, Bill Clinton, and we sat right out there underneath that tree. He was running for president, and no one knew who he was. And we brought Governor Clinton to sit out under the tree and talk to the residents of the CTA building. And as we all know, you brought him good luck, and he went on to win that race and become the President of the United States. Hopefully you can do the same for me. I'm teasing. Mark, don't write that down. I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. I'm perfectly happy being the alcalde de Tampa. But to all of you, thank you so very much. I look around this room and I see so many people that have been a part of my life, so many people that I've known for such a long time. As many of you know, we are focusing on the river in this city. That river is one of the best assets that we have as a community. And for years, Tampa turned its back on the river. It was a working port. It was a working wharf. Many of you remember going downtown Tampa when there were rats bigger than dogs on that waterfront, when the old Mirabella fish house was there, and the phosphate boats would come up the river and unload, and no one went down to the river, and no one went down to downtown Tampa when the streets and the sidewalks rolled up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a different place now. It is a very different place, and we and I stand on the shoulders of the contributions of many of you and many of your families who came here for a better life. And when I think about people that are making a difference in this community, I think about this young lady right here, and I think about her partners, and I think about our city staff. Everyone who works for the city, put your hand up, please. If you would give all these folks a round of applause. Because I'm here to tell you, I may be here at the podium, but they're the folks that make it work. And they have bought into this vision, and they get things done, and they work with the development community, and they recognize that city government has to be a partner with the private sector for all of us to succeed. So our job is to make people like Deborah Kaler successful and to give you a better quality of life. And so I think about this building, and I think about what it was, and I think about what it has become and how your life has changed as a result of it. And in your sunset years, you deserve the best. And you've got the best right now. This is amazing transformation of what was an old, not dilapidated, but old building that needed a little love. And Deborah Kaler's in charge of love. So when you walk out on that waterfront, I want you to think about President Clinton. I want you to think about the future of this community. I want you to enjoy your sunset years. I want you to remember that all of us have an obligation to leave this city in better shape than it was given to us for our kids and our grandkids. Thank you, Deborah, and thank you to all of you for making a difference. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of her. This is a great redevelopment project that is going to win a lot of awards, a lot of awards. So thank you to the team, and thank you to the city staff that helped make it happen. We couldn't do it without all of you guys. Thanks, everybody.
I mean, every time Mayor Bob speaks, I learn something. I had no idea that the future president was sitting right here, and that is very, very special. And one other person, as I was thinking through while I'm sitting there, I'm like, Bob McDonough, right there. Bob McDonough is another person at the city that is a hero that you never really hear about, but behind the scenes. But I will tell you, the few times that I said, I need you, I need your help, and I had the hotline to Bob McDonough, and he just turned right around and called me back and made it happen. So I just want to say a special thank you also to Bob. Thank you. So another part of the public-private side is that we finance this affordable housing with housing credits. And those housing credits are allocated through the Florida Housing Finance Corporation, which is in Tallahassee, and they get housing credits that are allocated from the federal government. And there is a process that you apply for, and we were very fortunate to win in that process. But we are very fortunate today to have one of the Florida Housing Board members here, Brian Katz, who's from Tampa, and I called him yesterday. I said, would you please say a few words? And we would be so honored, and I'm so happy that he's here today. Brian Katz, thank you.
Is Deborah not amazing? She's wonderful. On behalf of the Florida Housing Finance Corporation, Steve Auger, its executive director, and all the board members, we'd like to congratulate Sage Partners and all of their other partners, Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, and First Housing for the fruition and ultimate creation of this wonderful project. I'm actually, as Deborah said, I live locally. I'm an entrepreneur, and just to step back real quickly and acknowledge Mayor Buckhorn for the wonderful job he's done over these last since he's been elected. He should really be acknowledged for that in terms of capturing, guiding, and pushing forward the excitement that we have here in Tampa. And a big part of why I think Tampa is an exciting place to live and work are the public-private partnerships that are certainly on display, and the development here at Aqua is certainly the representative example of that. And part of, I think, what makes Tampa an exciting place is being inclusive of all people. And certainly a project such as this is ensuring that inclusiveness is here in Tampa. So congratulations, Deborah.
I don't think Karen Jackson Sims made it. Is she here? Oh, Karen, come on up here. Okay. While Karen's coming up here, you'll see also that Chair of the City Council, Charlie Miranda, was coming, and I got permission to tell the story of why he couldn't come, which all I know is, I don't know any details, is that he chipped a tooth, and I think Mayor Bob said it was based on he bit into a Cuban sandwich, but I don't know if that's true. But anyway, his dentist can only get him in right now. So we will, he really is missing that he is here and wants to send his best to everybody. So, Karen Jackson Sims, I am so happy that you are here.
How are you?
Good to see you.
It is good to see you
Well,
again,
let me introduce Karen Jackson Sims. Karen has been one of our cheerleaders at HUD for many, many years, and
Don't give my age.
Oh, I'm not giving your age. No, no. But Karen is the Deputy Regional Administrator in the Atlanta office of HUD. And another important part of our financing was our 20-year HAP contract here from HUD. And I just feel really special that you made it. And I'm sorry I didn't see you back there.
It's okay.
But let me give a round warm welcome to Karen Jackson Sims. Thank you.
It is good to come home and to meet and greet all of you today. On behalf of the United States government and Secretary Sean Donovan, we tell Deborah and her team, and to the residents who call this place home, congratulations and welcome home. I can't think of a better time of the year to have a celebration where we're shining a light on so many different things throughout this time of the year. It is time that we begin to shine a light on our biggest assets that we have in Tampa. And so that you know, I am a Tampa girl. My home is right outside of the city of Tampa. And shameful, in Hillsborough County. So this is home for me, and I concur with the comments that the mayor made earlier. Hillsborough River is one of the best assets that we have, and it has been a long time coming. And with the vision of our mayor here in Tampa, I am so excited that the river is becoming part of us and that we are becoming part of the river. But most of all, I'm so excited because as a height challenged person, I can kind of blend and fit in with folks in a room such as this, and you might not see that I am in the room. But I got to hear the comments that were being made by people around us in the back. And you all, not to mention that really awesome ringtone on the telephone back there. It was a salsa. But you all are excited and happy that this is your home. And when you can be excited to come home, when you can be happy to come home, when you can know that you come to a place that is safe to lay your head at the end of the day, then we've done all from the United States government that we're charged to do. It is my pleasure again that we were able to partner with Deborah and her organization. They are a stellar star for our community. But most of all, Deborah, while we love partnering with you, we truly love partnering with you, serving you, providing for you, because I do believe that's what you expect your United States government to do. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome home.
Thank you, Karen. And I know, height challenge, I totally get it. So that was our public side of the financing. So you can see there was a lot of balls to juggle. And now we have our private side of our financing, which we brought together some relationships that we have had for many, many years. And the first was the housing credits that we got from Florida Housing Finance Corporation. We needed to convert those into equity. And Bank of America purchased those tax credits and provided the equity. And the team led by Diane Ross, and Diane was right here, came in from Fort Lauderdale. Diane and her team have been so wonderful to work with. And of the history of Sage Partners, of 4 of our communities, Diane's been involved with Bank of America in 3 of those. So that tells you about the relationship. And then we had the opportunity to look for our construction financing. And Diane stepped up with Bank of America and Bill Getty. And then we had a local housing consortium, which is called First Housing Development Corporation, that is represented here today by Ed Buzansky. And Ed and I look back at how long we have known each other and done business together, and it was over 15 years. So that is another, I think, stellar sign of the relationships that you build and that you want to do business with. So we are very happy that as you were seeing the construction, and now you know who was funding it, was Bank of America and First Housing. And I'm very honored to introduce Bill Getty, who is the market president here for Bank of America. And Bill, come on up and we'll say a few words. Thank you.
Well, first of all, I don't know where these chairs are normally, but if you have not sat in it, sit in, because this might be the most comfortable chair I sat in a long time. These are awesome. So, and I also want to thank Diane, because as you heard, Diane does all the work, but I get to be the one up here speaking. So, so thank you, Diane, for doing everything. I've been with Bank 25 years, and you see a variety of ways in which our company gets involved in the community. Sometimes it's on a sponsorship, and it might be buying a table at a chamber event. Oftentimes it's a grant from our foundation to maybe it's Metropolitan Ministries or Meals on Wheels. But one of the other ways that not everybody always sees is our investment in community development and lending. And not long ago, we made a 10-year, $1.5 trillion commitment to community development, lending, and investing. And this is one of the products of that. And when you look at it, and why Deborah and Sage Partners is such a great partner to be involved with is affordable housing is incredibly important to our community. And you heard from everybody how important it is, but it's quality affordable housing. And that's what you all do such a great job on. And one of the reasons I found out that's so important, and it's funny how the whole circle comes back around, is I found out one of the residents here is retired from Bank of America. And so when you hear that piece of it and you think about the role we get to play in the whole piece, it's fantastic. And so that $1.5 trillion commitment over the 10 years, $44 billion of that in the last 4 years has been in the state of Florida. $4.8 billion of that has been here in Tampa Bay. So we are pleased to be making a difference in the community. This is phenomenal. Again, congratulations, Deborah. Congratulations to all the residents. And thank you for letting us play a small part in this. Thank you.
Well, who is the most important person in this room? It's the residents. And just for those of you who don't know all of our residents, I'll just give you a couple little tidbits. Our oldest resident is 96 years old. The resident that's lived here the longest has been here 24 years. We have residents that own their own business, and one fact I know that she had a sandwich shop that was voted the best Cuban sandwich in Tampa for many, many years. We have a resident here who actually he's a chef and he made dessert for us today, Carlos. We have residences here that were World War II veterans. And Red actually is our veteran. I know he's in here somewhere, but anyway, he's just got so many stories. In fact, he tells me the story about the day he met Jimmy Carter. And so you have such rich lives and such rich history that I love. Every day I come here and I get hugs. And one of the days I came here, you came up, hugged me and says, guess what? My friend cannot wait till she turns 62 so she can move into Aqua. So the fact that you want to get older, that's awesome. But you have so many things that we love that you take advantage of here, from our activities and the potluck dinners. And so we thought, what would be best to end our little grand opening ceremony with to hear from a resident. So today we have Daisy Rockamora. Did I say it? Yes. And Daisy has been a resident here at Aqua for 14 years, and I just have loved getting to know Daisy. And please welcome Daisy Rockamora.
Thank you. On this day, I want to say thank you to Aqua Apartments, and thank you is a small word compared with all the things that they have done for us. Aqua Apartment is a continuation of all the improvement of the city of Tampa. I also want to say thank you to Sash Partners and HUD, who made possible to live in such a nice and affordable place. Welcome to our home. Now I'm going to say it in Spanish. En este día le quiero dar gracias a los apartamentos Aqua, y la palabra gracias es pequeña en comparación con todo lo que han hecho por nosotros. También le queremos dar gracias a Sage Partners y HUD por permitir que nosotros, y posible, nos haya dado la oportunidad de vivir en un lugar tan bonito, cómodo y que nos esté al alcance de nuestros bolsillos. Gracias y bienvenido a nuestra casa.